Good afternoon and welcome to today's edition of House Call with Dr. Tetteh. What do you think is the most common question I receive in the office that spans all age groups? You have an idea? I don't want to keep you in suspense too long. I'll tell you right now. Earwax! Yes! How many times am I asked, I don't know how to clean my baby's ears, or my child has so much wax in their ears, or, you know what, I don't think my kid can hear me. I think there's too much wax in her ears. Earwax is something that we just have it. It's there. And why is it there? It's there to protect your ear canal. That earwax is there and it's making all this wax coming out because it's catching things that might go in your ear and it's helping them to come out when it sheds. Similar to when you have mucus in your nose and you have a runny nose, your body's trying to get rid of it. And same with the skin cells that your body is constantly regenerating, getting rid of on the surface because your body's saying, hey, we don't need that top layer anymore, let's get rid of it. So usually the first thing people tell me that they use to clean the ears is a cotton swab. And I'll tell you this, no. Let's not use cotton swabs. The main thing I like to tell people about is using the elbow test. If it's smaller than your elbow, don't stick it in your ears, okay? I'll say that one more time. If it's smaller than your elbow, don't stick it in your ears. Because oftentimes if you take a cotton swab and you're wanting to get the wax out of your ears, you have a risk of pushing the wax in deeper. Also, you could also puncture your eardrum. And the cotton swab is not really going to get anything out when you use it. You can use a cotton swab to clean these outer parts of your ear, sort of in that little crook right there, around, in the back, but don't have it go further into your ear canal. I've pulled out a number of different things from ears, from sequins to rhinestones to earring backings to earwigs, and even the little plastic putty stuff you can put in your ear when you go swimming to keep water out. Main thing is, those things are not supposed to be in your ear. And you don't want to be in a situation where you need to call me in the office and see if I can get it out. And this applies not just to young children, also to teenagers and adults. I will also share, I did see a teenager once that was cleaning their ear with a cotton swab, and then a friend came, and I'll say friend came and took their hand and hit their hand as they were holding the cotton swab, and it ruptured their eardrum. I'll tell you one thing, the parents were not very happy about that. So let's keep that from happening. But if you're wondering, well, what do I do if my child has a lot of wax in their ears? One suggestion I make to everyone is just let a little water in their ears while you bathe them. Now, for the young kids that ask me every time, hey, if I put water in my ears, want to go to my brain? I will assure you, water in your ear will not go to your brain. That is not how your body is connected, no matter what you've seen on cartoons. So when you're bathing your child, or a young infant, or if you're older, I suggest letting water in your ears when you bathe. For infants, taking the washcloth and moving around a little and letting a little water in the ears, and then it will drain out. For older kids, if you're taking a shower, just let the water, turn your head toward the nozzle, let the water come in there, let it come out. That will help moisten the wax in your ears to keep your ears clean. For some people that have excessive earwax, usually we use products that you can put a few drops in your ears, you let it sit for a minute or two, and then you use a bulb suction to flush the solution out, but that helps soften the wax and helps clear it from your ears. But if you don't have a chance to go to the store to buy that, there is a recipe you can use. A recipe of 1 part hydrogen peroxide plus 2 parts water. So that means to make a small amount of it, you could take 1 tablespoon of hydrogen peroxide and 2 tablespoons of water, mix that up, and you can use that with a syringe or some other kind of bulb suction and flush the ears with that as well. I will say, when you use water to flush the ears, make sure the water is warm. I won't go into technical things about it, but if you do cold water, it'll make the person feel like the room is spinning, and no one wants that feeling. If at home you've done everything you can to keep wax out of your children's ears and you've been cleaning it with water and soap and you still can't get things out, that's when you come to me in the office and I will use my trusty otoscope and look in the ear to see, well, what's going on. And if I see a big hunk of wax or something in the way, I will turn to my, as I like to call it, my earwax Roto-Rooter. This does break the rule of something smaller than your elbow in your ear, but it's different because a medical professional, that's me, is using it with the otoscope to get it out. These are not to be used independently. You're not just supposed to go home, start fiddling this in your ear, because again, you could rupture your eardrum. We don't want that. If using an otoscope and my little ear picker doesn't work, then we usually will resort to using a spray bottle with the solution to help get the wax out of the ear as well. So again, earwax. It is likely the most common question I get across the board, but it is something that you can manage, and it's not going to be the end of the world. I will say, having too much earwax can affect your hearing. More than once I've seen children coming in and their parents tell me they can't hear them, they're repeating things all the time, and then I take a look in their ear and go, well, no wonder, because there's a humongous Goomba sitting in there. No wonder they can't hear anything, it's blocked. We clear their ear and they're like, wow, everything's so loud now. So do your part to keep your ears clean, and again, make sure the kids hear this. Nothing smaller than your elbow in your ear. And for good measure, not in your nose either. It's no fun trying to pull those things out. And not just for kids, for adults. Even if someone dares you, just don't do it. That's all I have for today. We'll be seeing you tomorrow. Stay safe, stay healthy, get plenty of rest, and wash your hands. Have a good one.